So it seems like the next latest controversy in Major League Baseball is surrounding the busiest team this offseason. What's going on, baseball fans? My name is Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast, and it is being reported by Jim Bowden that there is likely going to be an investigation against the Los Angeles Dodgers for their signing of Roki Sasaki. Now, the question and the allegation that is now being made and believed by many front offices across Major League Baseball is that the Dodgers and Roki Sasaki had an agreement already in place before the winter meetings, the international free agent signing period was able to actually begin. And if that is the case, then the Dodgers are going to have to be penalized in some way. I'm going to play the clip now of Jim Bowden speaking about the front offices and their beliefs.
Jim Bowden writes for The Athletic, covers the sport for CBS Sports. Going to be doing some things with FT. JB, great to have you on. So here it is. Here's the news that many of us thought. And, obviously we had the discussions about business and marketing and the whole deal. Was it all kind of a scam just to actually lead us back to what we thought?
I think it is. I think it was. And I think you're going to find that there's going to be multiple teams that are going to ask the commissioner's office to investigate this particular signing, because I can tell you there were several front offices that believed there was a pre-cut deal between the Los Angeles Dodgers and Roki Sasaki before this process started and before the window came where you're allowed to negotiate with the player. This was, of course, denied by his camp. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. But, it was denied to such an extent that it makes you scratch your head a little bit. And what I mean by that is, we were told that, probably a small market would make sense because of the trouble he had with the media over in Japan. We were told that endorsements played a big role, but, Los Angeles really wouldn't work because you'd be in the shadow of Ohtani and Yamamoto. I mean, there were all these reasons to kind of defend on why there wasn't a pre-cut deal, which works as long as you don't end up signing with the Dodgers. But look, this ended up exactly where almost every front office told me he was going to end up. They all thought it was a done deal before the process started. And so, I'm sitting here at the end kind of scratching my head and then really believing that this will be investigated by the commissioner's office at some point.
So there's little question when you see the report and the affirmation by Jim Bowden that there's likely going to be an investigation by Major League Baseball. We really have to start calling into question how early are these things happening across Major League Baseball, and how sustained is this by just the Dodgers, or if this is continuing to happen. As Jim Bowden said, many front offices in baseball had already said that they believed he was already headed to the Dodgers. There was a lot that came out from his camp, Roki Sasaki's camp, and his agent that was trying to almost push the narrative of, we're looking for a smaller market, because of the way that the media in Japan was kind of too much for Sasaki. They pushed that narrative, making it seem as if there was many teams in play. But when you actually look at what happened, the inevitable was what happened. The Dodgers have become the Thanos of Major League Baseball, collecting their Infinity Gauntlet stones each piece at a time. The simple fact is that the Dodgers have now become the new evil empire. Something the Yankees were famous for back in the George Steinbrenner days was trying to collect all the greatest talent, trying to maximize the biggest names on the market. And the Dodgers have seemingly done the same now. It's going to be interesting to see what Major League Baseball actually does for this, and the commissioner himself for this investigation. We know how things played out in the 2017 Astros sign stealing scandal, where the players were given immunity, while the organization faced a small, in my opinion, setback in terms of their draft pick compensation as well as the fine against the organization. But most notably, the only people that were penalized by that scandal was A.J. Hinch and Alex Cora, both of whom were brought back into the fold in major league clubs. Jeff Luhnow was the only guy that has sustained a long-term exodus from Major League Baseball. What the commissioner's office does now in this situation with the Dodgers is going to be very interesting. We know Rob Manfred is seemingly on his way out and is just a few years from retiring as commissioner of Major League Baseball. And through his tenure, we have now seen multiple instances of these kind of scandals that can really put a tarnished legacy on his crowning achievement as the commissioner of baseball. It's going to be interesting to see how he handles this situation and if more than just fines and draft pick losses are on the books for the Dodgers if this situation is proven to be true. Now, obviously, there's going to be a lot said and speculated on over the next coming couple of weeks if and when Rob Manfred and his team actually investigate this situation. We'll have to see how it all plays out. But the initial thought, the initial passing allegation here that many front offices believed that the Dodgers already had a pre-cut negotiated deal with the Roki Sasaki camp before that deadline was able to commence is seemingly a very nefarious activity. How the commissioner's office handles this situation will go a long way into determining how fans view him in the long term. But I want to hear from you, baseball fans. Let me know your thoughts, your feelings on this down in the comment section below. What are your feelings towards the Dodgers after all that they've done to acquire the best talent internationally in the last couple of off seasons? And what are you feeling on the commissioner and how he will approach this situation? Let me know those thoughts, those feelings down in the comment section below. I would love to hear what your thoughts are on the entirety of the situation and in its infancy, because obviously there's still a lot of time for things to come out. But I want to hear from you, baseball fans. Let me know your thoughts and feelings down in the comment section below, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.